Today, there's going to be a pair of wide receivers looking to make big plays on the field. It's Browns Steelers going up against Hilton's Colts. So with kickoff straight ahead, we'll check in with our broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. We welcome you to the heart of the Hoosier State in the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana, at Lucas Oil Stadium. Today, two AFC teams set to do battle as we've got a good one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Indianapolis Colts. Hello, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. As we get set here, Charles, we talk about wide receivers. Larry mentioned it in the open, but that's a big spot to look at here in this one.
I think he identified it perfectly because these guys have such an impact on the game nowadays because they throw the ball more than ever. And whether they're throwing it short, medium, or long, can they snatch it out of the air and create even extra yardage with run after catch?
Here's the punter now, Pat McAfee, to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. On the return, here's Justin Gilbert. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Time for us to get a peek at Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. A division win in Week 11 over the Browns. 24-9 was the final. A tough day throwing the ball in Cleveland. He finished with 167 yards, did Roethlisberger. No touchdowns or INTs.
And when you think of Big Ben, you think of the huge production he often puts up. But what people have to focus in on is Big Ben's about winning. Doesn't matter what his numbers are. How does he rally his team to victory? And how about this little nugget? He has more wins as a starting quarterback in Cleveland than any other Cleveland Browns quarterback since the Browns came back as an expansion team.
Wow, I like that nugget. Also helped him snap a 4-game losing streak. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. He's got time. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. Offensive starters time. Electric is certainly a word that comes to mind when you talk about Le'Veon Bell.
Love the way that he reshaped his body coming out of college. A bigger, thicker runner while he was at Michigan State. Lost weight, became more of a whippet in the NFL. And now no one can tackle the guy, whether he's running it or catching it.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. On third down, Roethlisberger finding time. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Returnable here from the 38. Now a hit and a loose football. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game. And we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Still first down.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. A very solid gain of 27.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And let's go through the starting defense for Indianapolis.
DeQuell Jackson may not get the attention other inside linebackers get, but check his stats. Year in and year out, it may take him to the Pro Bowl.
They'll go again with Bell. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Yeah, I think the blitz there really disrupted the draw.
Yeah, and it's usually when you catch them in a blitz, the draw works pretty well. If you're the offensive coordinator right now, that's visor throwing time, isn't it? Because that's supposed to work in a big way.
And the offense needs 7 out of this play on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger surveying the field. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. On now, Chris Boswell. He was 29 of 32 in the field goal department last year as a rookie. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback out in Wisconsin, the former Packer Scott Tolzien.
And what you like about Scott Tolzien is this is a guy who understands what patience means. Had to sit during most of his career in Green Bay, but think about the offense he observed, the situations he saw, and being able to prepare the way he had to prepare to be a backup in Green Bay. He should be able to carry that with him here in Indianapolis.
Tolzien. Allen's got it over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And put a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. And this offense sometimes is predicated on the ageless wonder, Frank Gore.
And he wants to be a guy with limitless carries. Frank Gore gets better and better with each carry, really batters defenses with his inside running.
Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on 3rd down. Here's the first carry now for Frank Gore. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Now Tolzien. He's got time in the pocket. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. And the starting defensive unit here for Pittsburgh.
Stephon Tuitt's ability to play defensive end, and yet rise up and knock passes away when quarterbacks try to throw them, he makes it hard to get around.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now Gore. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Frank Gore against the Titans, 50 yards on the ground, 71 through the air. And how about this? Only the 6th time in his long career that he's top 70 receiving yards in a game.
And there's no way anyone expected that to happen this past Sunday, right?
No.
I mean, it's only the 6th time, as you noted. But when you watch Frank Gore, you watch an incredible competitor and a guy who tends to reinvent himself. What does his team need to win on a given Sunday? He gets it done.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. His tight end, Dwayne Allen, the intended receiver. And it's 4th down. On is Pat McAfee to punt it away for Indianapolis. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Still 1st down.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell. He'll get the football here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, there was no blitz. That was just a draw play that, to be frank, didn't fool anybody.
Did we hear the entire stadium screaming draw? Because it felt like everybody was all over that play, and the defense won that battle.
Again, it's Bell. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming.
I go all the way back to college with Le'Veon Bell. One of the better body transformations I've seen, from a big, thick power back to the guy we see now who can do everything.
And 2 years ago, of course, last year the injury, but 2 years ago over 1,300 yards. I think they think he can top that this year.
I don't think there's any question about it.
And on 3rd down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved.
False start. Offense. Still 3rd down.
And the yellow flag hurts this offense, and now they face a tough 3rd down. Now Ben on 3rd and long. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And he'll take it just outside the 40. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth.
All right, here we go. Green, 3rd.
On 1st down, a score. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I think Frank Gore runs on doubt. And what I mean is, he's 33, and everyone keeps thinking this is the end, yet he keeps going.
I think something that gets overlooked, though, to your point, most rushing yards of anybody currently in the NFL.
Amazing. Big-time career.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Hilton had a nice game in Week 11, a touchdown to go along with 97 yards, Charles.
There's something special about him, in my humble opinion, because normally a guy of his size and stature, you're using more as an accessory, right? A guy that complements the rest of what you do throwing the ball. But to me, he's a primary guy. Working out of the slot, his ability to take it deep and make big plays scares the heck out of a lot of defenses, and he can also come underneath and catch a short pass and then turn it into a long game.
On the counter, Gore, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that, and the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call. The Steelers insert their nickel defense on 3rd down.
Yeah, they add a DB. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Left side, it's Dorsett. And he gets it down to the 32. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So with 4th down coming up, here's Adam Vinatieri now for the Colts field goal. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will tie us at 3-3. And by the way, on Vinatieri, kickers struggled a lot in Week 11. And Vinatieri struggled too. He missed a 42-yarder, breaking his NFL record streak of 44 consecutive makes.
Well, I think that Indianapolis is going to have to bring some guys in and challenge him for his job. I mean,
right.
You can't have that kind of a miss. But Adam Vinatieri is about to be 44 years old. Still has plenty of range. One of the all-time great kickers. I think he's going to ultimately end up in Canton because he's been phenomenal. I've got a friend, Art Krzyzewski, kicked at the University of Florida. Every year on his birthday, he kicks the distance that is his age. How about that?
And how old is he now? He's
47 now. Made the 47-yarder, and he said his plan is to get up to 50 and then start working backwards.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Colts defense, they work their way back onto the field. And as we're going to see right here, they have been laying some pretty electrifying hits in this one.
And these are for real. Okay, as you watch, think about putting yourself in that spot, about being the ball carrier or the receiver.
I don't want to.
And then taking that shot, it is something else. It's not like when we were watching that video clip where they showed you how they make sounds for movies. This is for real.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Green with a catch left side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
2nd down now after the pass completion. Brown, the lone receiver, left. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Green's got it over the middle. And he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it, trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. And he's brought down. They give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Wheaton with a catch right side. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
No gain on the play there, second down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
On second down, Roethlisberger. Brought in by Wheaton. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Marcus Wheaton, 27 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They come up in an offset eye. Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Let's go! 3-19!
Tolzien. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
It certainly was, because everything that has to come together to get a pass completed, yeah, you're right. The sync just wasn't there.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Now Tolzien. And he's He's got his man Hilton. And he's brought down after a good gain. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
On the handoff, it's Gore. And he's brought down. A nice little juke move that preceded it, but not much thereafter.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Allen's got it over the middle. It'll be a gain of 4, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete. They were trying to go back to Allen there, and that brings up 4th down.
I have to say that was a surprise call on 3rd and inches. I thought they'd try and run the football there, but you got to believe they thought they'd surprise the defense and pick up something downfield, but that one goes incomplete.
Here's Pat McAfee now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Out left here, it's complete to Wheaton. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Roethlisberger will throw. Marcus Wheaton was the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
It looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And he locates Wheaton complete. So a big 3rd down hookup here will take us to the break. 10-3 the score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell, and able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
On second down, it's Bell. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, Eric Walden, the one to get him down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen. Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
Well, if you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but
yeah,
no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Brown, the lone receiver, left.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Hauled in by Wheaton over the middle. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. They'll come out in the pistol. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Their dangerous wide receiver. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Boswell for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Gore back there is the lone setback. And they'll give it to him here. What a spin. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Robert Golden, the one who got him down.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
Now Tolzien over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Tolzien. Allen's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Now on second down, this is Gore. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Third down and 3.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gore. And some room to roam now. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14.
You know what's really hard for a big-time running back is patience. Being able to hang in there when the runs aren't there, when you're taking some hits early in the game. But this drive, oh, he's come alive, and in a big way, now he's starting to gallop.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time, and that'll bring up second down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. They go with a screen to Gore. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Frank Gore, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger marches onto the field. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
After the penalty, it's Bell. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Oh, what a move. And he's brought down after a good gain. It's a gain of 24 that time. And that'll be good for a Pittsburgh first.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, second-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the first. They come out here in the eye. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And a short gain here down to the 22. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Brown, the lone receiver, left. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end, and it's third down. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll fake the give to Williams. Now it's under a heavy rush, and down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And the Colts coming out now. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They'll start on the ground with Gore. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Gore back there as the lone setback. He's going to get the football. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got time. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now Brown.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Out left here, it's complete to Wheaton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
The give is to Bell. And some room to work. Le'Veon Bell. Kiss him goodbye. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, 51 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point now by Boswell. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll try and start the drive here with Gore. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
Another carry now for Gore. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Tolzien. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Gore back there is the lone setback. He'll get the football here. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Second down following the run. Tolzien. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. One receiver left is Hilton.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jarvis Jones leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run. This is Robert Turbin. Look. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Here's Pat McAfee now as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger heading back out there. He's been in a pretty good group. They actually have more yards on the ground than through the air, but both have been good, pretty balanced.
And have we ever met a coach when we've talked to him before a game that hasn't mentioned wanting to be balanced?
No, because then you've got both sides hitting the defense. They don't know what to expect, right?
Really helps your play calling, because now you're in a position where you're confident in either aspect of the game. Dial it up and let it go. And so far, that's allowed them to lead.
Absolutely. Have the lead here in the second quarter. On the give, this is their fullback. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now Roethlisberger down around his goal line. This is Bell on the dump off. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
I'm not sure how many people anticipated Le'Veon Bell being such a huge part of the passing offense when he came out of Michigan State. Remember how thick he was? A big, bulkier runner. Slimmed down since he got to the NFL, and that increased all aspects of his game.
Yeah, because 2 years ago, he caught 83 passes. Last year, 24, but then he had the injury. You got to think they're going to continue to get him more involved like they did there.
I don't think there's any question about it. He is an absolute game breaker with the ball in his hands.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. And he locates Wheaton, complete. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give them a first down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. A give to Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. And he'll get it up the middle. And he's brought down. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Colts trail right now, but with another half to play, there's time to turn it around. The Steelers came in prepared for this game, and it shows in the way they've played. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. It's late in the first. Roethlisberger's going to complete the pass from the gun. And he capped off the long drive with a touchdown. That puts them up by a touchdown. Steelers with it now early in the second. The pass will be completed on the slant, and that connection will lead to a gain of 34 yards. Sticking with the same drive, Big Ben would find his mark in coverage, and he'd cap off the 9-play drive with a TD. Steelers up now by 14. Colts have it at the 14. Quick pass and catch by Frank the Tank, Frank Gore. And he caps off the 7-play drive with a score. Now trailing by 7. 1st and 10. Bell's going to bust out into the open space. He'll take it in for the touchdown. The lead now at 17.
Okay, Larry, a fairly one-sided first half as we get set to go in the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Steelers defense getting ready here. They look good in the first half. They'll be looking to carry that momentum over into half number 2.
Finish a game the way you started it. That's typically the message at halftime when things are going well. You've done everything you're expected to do. How about a little bit more of that in the second half? But be aware they may throw something different at you to begin things.
Yeah, 50% of the equation still left to go. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Green, 39!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Allen's got it over the middle. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. One receiver left is Hilton. Now Tolzien. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ryan Shazier in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Offense working with a 3rd and 13 still left.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Surveying the field. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Ricardo Matthews in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Here's Pat McAfee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the Colts defensive unit trots back out there. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
On the counter, here's Bell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Frank Gore and company trotting back out there as they get set to go again on offense. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Time to establish the run game. It's Gore. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Again, they run. Again, it's Gore. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they're going to face a third down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in third and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in third and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
Tolzien, open man, it's Allen. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Second and 5. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Gore back there is the lone setback. And they'll get it up the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
On the run, it's Robert Turbin. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And again, it's Turbin. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On 1st and goal, Gore. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
Second and goal. Defense digging in again here. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal.
Well, I didn't have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the fourth quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one, but I don't think they're built like that.
They'll look to throw, and he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton from 4 yards out, and the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Vinatieri now for the point after. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And now out come the Steelers. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play. And Le'Veon's mother, Lisa, she grew up a huge Steelers fan, so she's got to love this. Her team's winning. Her son's doing the thing for her team. All good, right?
Did she have a plug into the scouting department, into the front office
she
to
was
make sure this happened? That's a big time deal for her right there. How happy is she out of big? A lifelong dream of her team with her baby starring on it.
So it'll be first down here after the run. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Oh, nice move. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense. Now Bell. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, not a fun game at all for anyone who's playing defense on the field at this point. They just gave up another first down on another good run. I wonder if the defense coordinator just says, let's sell out, play against the run, and not worry about getting beat by the pass.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Hayward Bay has it over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it second down. So we've got a 2nd and 5. Now Ben going to give it to Williams. And he spins past him and into space. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. D'Angelo Williams, 35 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Now Tolzien. Moncrief brings it in. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Four yards remaining now on second down. They'll come out in the pistol. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gore. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
On third down, they'll run with Gore. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go again. Now let's go. Green, 30.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Second down and 4.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down, 3 down.
One receiver left is Hilton. Tolzien. He's got time in the pocket, and he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion.
3 down, 3 down. Let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
He'll look to throw. He's got time. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. Here's Pat McAfee now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. We get a glance at the Colts defense as they work their way back on the field. They're hoping to keep this margin right where it is, trailing 3rd quarter. Don't want to get down anymore.
You're exactly right. They're in no position to give up any more points. They have to keep it in a spot where if their offense does catch a spark and get hot, they've got a chance to come back and win this game.
I guess the word manageable, you always want to keep it manageable, right?
Make sure that the game doesn't get away, and mentally you look up at the scoreboard and say, there's no chance of us coming back.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their number 1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Here we go.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. And they'll give it to him here. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. Trying to get it to Wheaton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, DeQuell Jackson. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we've got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Caught left side by Hilton. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. They go with a screen to Gore. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Now Tolzien, and he's got his man on the out route. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a second down.
What's fun to watch is these college receivers transitioning into the NFL and how they grow as route runners. Because a lot of times now in the college game, the spread offenses, there aren't that many routes that they're actually running. Most of the time, they're just trying to find open space and present themselves to the quarterback as easy targets. But in the NFL, you've got to run the entire route tree, and you've got to run it well if you expect to get open.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Tolzien. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Philip Dorsett from 8 yards out. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. This fielded at the 2. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
So they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Let's see what the offense comes with here, 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Finding time. Shreds the tackle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Out left here, it's complete to Wheaton. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. And the Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. 2nd down following the run. They'll stick to the ground game with Gore. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And able to find Dorsett. Philip Dorsett by himself. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Indianapolis. Philip Dorsett, 92 yards. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. So from back deep in their home territory, all the way into the end zone, do you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. And the lead is down to a field goal now. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Another pistol look here. Now a first down carry by Bell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Surveying the field. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. He's got nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 5-time Pro Bowler, Robert Mathis, in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's Jordan Berry now, standing just outside his own goal line. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steelers defense getting ready here for this next possession. And a tight ball game here, and in these close ones, every drive becomes magnified.
And we don't want to overuse the word critical, but it feels that way as they head out there for this possession. They need to get the ball back and give their offense a chance to get them totally back into this game.
We'll see if the defense can do just that here. try and start this drive in the air. Left side, it's Dorsett. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now Tolzien. He's got time. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Tolzien. They go with a screen to Gore. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
On the handoff, it's Gore. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Well, partner, I haven't seen a vote for most popular player on the team. This guy's got to get a lot of votes. He does not care, does he? Totally unselfish, physical runner, doesn't worry about yardage, just keeps moving the chains, being a team player.
Fresh set of downs here.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Set! Blue 90!
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. And 2nd and 10. He'll look. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
2nd down fumble. Now the offense needing to do something here on 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. A dump down to Turbin. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's Pat McAfee now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. James has got it. Complete. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a Pittsburgh first down. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments in this one. Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Here's Bell. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Got three down.
They'll go again with Bell. Room here to run. And another timeout taken by the Colts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. He's going to get the football. And some space here. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On second down, it's Bell. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Roethlisberger dropping to a knee, and that ought to do it. But, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Indy.